All right. Took me too long to get set up because Apple is now dripping, which is what I was looking for and actually expecting to go down. Strong reverse from the higher high. You can see right there was a strong reverse from the higher high. This is the beauty here about trading because you could trade anytime, any place, anywhere. And right now I'm just chilling in the bed, relaxing, trying to find me a good trade, good entry. Hopefully, um, everybody understands that this is important to try to deep dive into as far as your knowledge because once you cross that bridge, you cross that path, man, life is just great. Yes, indeed, life is just great. So uh I am looking forward to see Apple go down some more. And at this point, that's my main concern. I want to see Apple continue to go down some more, and that's what it appears so. So let's see what happens within the next 10 minutes. Sheesh. Trying not to be impulsive because it looks real good to go in right now, but I want to be patient through this process. Trust and believe. This look like that can. This look like the candlestick I need to be going in on right here. But I'm gonna be patient. Sheesh. There's a lot of. I might go in for a 10-minute entry. We're a minute and 10 seconds into this. Uh, Such a beautiful, beautiful distribution phase here. Remember, when we have a distribution phase, price always has that. It always has a lot of signs that will, push the market down. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Now, if price has a hard time staying below this blue box, which means outside of that blue box down below here, If it stays below this blue box, then we definitely will have a potential bearish trend. So, like I say, within the next, well, it's almost 10 minutes is almost up. Now, if price does not continue to push down strong, then that means there are potential opportunities for price to push back up right above that 178.462. So that is a very important level. The longer price stays below 178.462, the likelihood of price going down will increase. But if price comes back up, cracks this level here, the likelihood of price going down decreases. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Yes, sir. See, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Price did pull back some. And now it's showing signs that it wants to go down even more. Yeah, see prices right below that box. All we need is some good momentum. If we don't get that momentum I'm looking for, then it would not be a good opportunity. I will add an extra 3 minutes just in case. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go in. There we go. There's the momentum. Now we just need price to stay below that red line. For all my beginners, people who don't know much about trading, by the time price crosses uh, this timeline here, which is 1040, if price is below here, once that time is up at 1040 and the trade is won, if it's below that red line, that's my strike price. That's the level that I entered price in at. As long as price stays below this red line, by the time is up, then I win. If price comes back up above this level before 1040, then I mean I lost the trade. I mean it's over with. I mean it's a wrap. a Rizap. We are well in profit. That thing is melting, and I want to see it melt some more. Now remember, in trading there are no guarantees. This is a perfect entry. This entry is not going to get no better, right? But there are no guarantees in trading, which means that there's a possibility that I could still lose this trade if price, finds its way up, shoots up, a bunch of points. And I do have I have a clear advantage of, going in and getting my money back if I think I'm going to lose because I have my time set to 1040. The trade here will end at 1040, right? So if price is trying to go up above this strike price, I'd be able to enter in for a trade here and potentially get my money back. Thinking about letting it ride. I believe price is gonna stay below that strike price. That candlestick there is building momentum. I was hoping to get a quick one because the MacBook is on low battery, y'all. So all right, 5 seconds left. Well in profit. And we could charge this one to the books. We could charge this one to the books. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the winning trade in the signals group. Does Apple has more potential to go down? That's the question. Absolutely. Apple has a lot more potential to go down. Okay. Made it happen. It wound up being close, but like I said, that was a great entry. Remember, I was trying to hurry up and get this live stream going because I wanted to catch something up in here. I was definitely looking for an entry up in there. So I did miss out on some money. And that would have been lovely if that would have worked out the way I wanted it to. Well, it did work out the way I wanted it to. I didn't get on this live stream quick enough. I was almost finna say, man, fuck this live stream. I'm finna goddamn it go in on this straight. But nah, it's so much you got to do just to make sure that you ready to get in on a trade. All right, now Apple is in a interesting spot from what I'm looking at on the hourly time frame. Uh, the prediction that I'm reading now is that price has potential to go down a little bit more, and then it may work its way right back up. Because it's pretty much showing a doji on the hourly time frame. Uh, if you take a look here on the 1 minute time frame, what you guys can see at the moment is that even though um, I called out a potential bearish trend here on Apple, notice how since price was below this distribution, the lower part of this distribution phase, which is here, uh, we had some quick momentum, and then price started to become unstable. So that's not a good sign to look for more opportunities. But Apple does have a lot more opportunities to go down, y'all. So make sure you keep an eye on Apple. And this is going to be your main point of contention. This is where all the action is going to happen. Where you're going to get strong buys, you're going to get strong sales. A lot of interesting things is going to happen in this area 178.462, just for the simple fact that it's an important area. Remember, in trading, price always wants to get to certain areas. Just think about Coti on the centralized exchange. If price has to get all the way back up where it is. Now, how long that takes, we don't know. That's why it's always good to hold, but you want to keep in mind that price has already been here at this spot. It got to get back up here. So if I'm dumping in the market, put money in the market while it's here, expecting it to get all the way back up here, by the time it got back up here, I should have dumped enough money in the markets to where by the time it gets up here, I'll be able to, cash out. But that's different. This is option trading, so you can make money off sales and you can make money off buys, because you're just making transactional bets on the market as opposed to actually putting shares in a company. You're not owning no percentage of a company. You're just making bets on the direction you believe the market is going to go in. So I would need to watch Apple a little bit more just to have an inkling that it's going to continue to go down, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, y'all. Like I say, it has potential to go down a little bit more, then come right back up. But that's not something that I'm looking to, you know, take a risk on. This was this around this time between 10 and 11, there are some good opportunities. I only watched the one market. That's why it just seems so easy for me to just, hop on here on Apple real quick, get in and get a good mini trade. Remember, you could always lose during a good market too. Just because it's a good market, that don't mean you could just hop on here and do anything and you'll be able to take advantage. You got to keep in mind that market conditions market conditions play a major role on your success in the markets. Your strategy can be as good as you want it to be, but if those market conditions are terrible, the same strategy that you use and you trade it so beautifully and it wins almost every time you do it, if those market conditions are bad, it's just not going to play out. uh, the setup here on Apple was meant for the price to continue to push down strong. This is a perfect example The market conditions was meant for price to continue to push on down, just like this strong impulse move here. You would expect another strong impulse move to come in. That setup is perfect for that. That's exactly what should happen, what should have happened. And you know, trading is one of those sports to where it's always about shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? It's a shoulda, coulda, woulda kind of sport. So one of the things that you may need to understand is that if the markets was in good conditions, uh, it would have went down exactly the way I wanted to, and it still looked like it's trying to go down like I wanted to. Like I said, it has a lot of potential to hop back up, but you could see that the markets clearly was in the best conditions as they were coming down here. But like I said, even after I won this trade here on Apple, what did I say? I said, hey, it could go down strong, but then it has a lot of potential to shoot right back up. I'm gonna go ahead and draw up another horizontal line because these markets, I'm gonna show you where price needs to get to. These markets look beautiful. Nothing like being able to be in your bed chilling like this and execute a trade. So here is the 10-minute time frame. Let me just show you what it looks like. Yeah, straight to the point. Had a mean consolidation. Broke right here. Nice and mean. Price crossed the 50 EMA. Always make sure your EMAs is in the right place because something don't look right there. And you could do that just by scrolling over like I just did. Scroll down over. Big dog in the building. And now price is starting to lose volatility by looking at it on the 10-minute time frame. So beginning of this live stream, uh, we were about here, and I called out that prediction for it to go down. No, was it here? Yeah, I think it was here. And then price started to stall, and then it came right back down. But I did say it looked like it was going to go down strong and then come back up, and that's exactly what it did. When you watch these markets over and over again, it's like you just gonna know what's gonna happen, and you just want to get in there where you could fit in. Don't do too much. Get your money. Get out the market. Right? Don't let the market get you. The longer you stay in the market trading and continuously hitting that button like a nuclear explosion, you're gonna have problems. Get in, get out. Get in, get your win, and get out. Or get in, get your loss, get out. Try to never do no more than 3 trades at a time. Always come back later. If you lose 2 in a row, shut it off. All right, so I want to give it another good 10 minutes because it does has more potential to go down. Like I said, is it going to keep going down right now this moment? Possible. Markets will start losing volatility real soon. What I want you to keep in mind about what we see here And this is why patience is so important. Take a look at the market conditions. Out of all of these candlesticks, you only have two, maybe three of them that were good to go in on. Here, this, which is, I believe, the candlestick I went in. I went in on this one actually, and this one shot down strong. But if I did a 1 minute entry, this candlestick would have been one of the main ones to go in on. Uh, this one and maybe this one. So if I call out a bearish trend and you go in, keep going in on each and every single candlestick, which people do that, you're gonna lose big time. For each and every trend, you should not do no more than 2 attempts. For an example, boom, I went in once here, and then boom, let's just say for an example, I went in again. Unless you win both, do not try to go in again anymore. Hopefully that makes sense. If the live stream is running pretty smooth, drop a "we good" in the comment section. Drop a "we good." I'm gonna try to hang out a little bit more. This my MacBook is on low battery, but I'm gonna try to stay on. Drop a "we good" in the comment section if we good. If not, I will end the live stream because I will assume that it's not, it froze up or something. I'm not near my the boom boom room. I'm not in the boom boom room, which I got Ethernet cords hooked up and stuff. So 9 times out of 10, it'll work better when I'm in the boom boom room. But if it's working good now, let me know. Type in the chat, "we good." If I don't see a "we good," and within a minute or two, I'm probably just gonna end it. Markets are probably gonna start getting worse and worse from this point. Hopefully, you guys will. Well, I'm sure nobody was up at 6 a.m., but it's skipping a little right now. Okay. Appreciate that. That's just like how these markets are doing too. These markets are skipping. Okay, yeah. It's probably, if it's skipping like this, it's probably done and over